faces a tense confrontation with squatters on her property. You have to see this.
We don't have to leave anything until the police comes back and tell us what would be the
I have every right to be in this house.
You don't have every right to be in the house at all. You do not.
The freeloading tenants causing nearly $40,000 worth of damage, and the owner says the police can't do anything to help. She's here next.
A Florida landlord confronting a pair of squatters living in her home. She says they caused nearly $40,000 worth of damage to the property so far. She wants them out.
Your police report states this is under investigation. So with that being said, we don't have to leave anything until the police comes back and tell us what would be the
I have every right to be in this house.
You don't have every right to be in the house at all. You do not. You do not. Because according to my lease, me and my girlfriend owns the house. You know you can't do nothing. Your mother is a stupid. Goodbye. Can you please just leave? Goodbye. So you must want me to take this and break your phone because I don't think you want me to. No, give me this.
Wow. Patti Peoples is the Jacksonville landlord. She joins me now. Patti, what goes through your mind when you get a reception like that in your own home?
Well, first of all, it's terrifying. And second of all, it is incredibly frustrating, and the feelings of unfairness, the imbalance between a squatter's rights versus the property owner or the landlord rights are really out of whack. And so that creates all kinds of feelings of not having any empowerment in the situation.
The big question is obviously, how the heck were these squatters able to get away with this?
Knowledge and working the current legal system. They are repetitive squatters. They left a prior house, were evicted from that, and they walked right into our home. After they were evicted from our home, we found a receipt that was identical to what they had shown us, and they were moving into another home. The police don't have any right, with the way the current laws are written, to arrest these individuals for breaking and entering, because squatters' rights fall in the civil court, and therein lies the problem.
Basically, the way I understand it is they show a false lease. It's not a real lease, but the cops can't do anything about it. There's a 20-day minimum process to evict, and so at a minimum, they have 20 days to stay in the home rent-free. There's nothing anybody can do about it, and oftentimes, because the courts are backlogged, that 20 days extends into 30, 40, 50. Am I right on this?
You have absolutely summarized it, and an additional component of that is that we as property owners have absolutely no right to enter our home when a squatter is there, because they're not going to give us permission, and they have a right to privacy. And so we were also unable to even enter the home and see what the damage was, or how they were stewarding this stolen property.
You bought this house as a rental property to help fund your retirement. Patti, are you done trying to play the real estate game at this point after this experience?
I am indeed, but I am not done trying to speak about this issue. This is really an imbalance between tenants' rights, under which squatters fall, and they should not, and landlord rights. And I think this is really an issue that bridges both sides of an aisle. It's neither Democratic nor Republican. We certainly need to protect tenants' rights from overzealous landlords. By the same token, we need to recognize that a squatter is not a tenant, and that a squatter is committing a criminal act. And I think this is a message that needs to be heard by our legislatures.
Quickly, when are these folks going to be out of there?
Well, the squatters are out of our house, and we are commencing today on the long process of repair. At that point, we will need to relist the house and hope for a sale.
Right. Unreal. Patti Peoples, what a system when people can literally steal your home for a time. I can't imagine this is what the law wants, but this is what the law allows right now. We got to change the law. Patti Peoples, thank you.